Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to jump right into the world of computer acronyms. All those letters we use every single day. So get ready for a fun, super fast journey to find out what they all really mean.
So, Wi-Fi, PDF, CPU. These words are everywhere, right? They're just part of how we talk. But have you ever actually stopped and thought, wait, what do those letters stand for? Well, don't worry, because in the next few minutes, we're going to crack all these little codes together. It's going to be fun. Okay, so let's kick things off with the most important part of the computer, its brain. First on our list is the mighty CPU, which stands for Central Processing Unit. Everyone calls this the brain of the computer, and for good reason. It's the core piece that literally does all the heavy lifting and all the number crunching for every single command you give it. Now, this brain isn't working alone. Oh no, it has two main sidekicks. First, you've got the ALU, the Arithmetic Logic Unit. And just like it sounds, it handles all the math and the logic. Then you have the CU, or the Control Unit, which is basically the traffic cop, managing everything and telling all the operations where to go. Next up, let's chat about memory, RAM and ROM. RAM, or Random Access Memory, is like the computer's short-term memory. It's super fast and holds on to whatever you're working on right now. But the second the power goes off, poof, it forgets everything. On the other hand, you have ROM, or read-only memory. That's permanent. It stores the really essential stuff the computer needs just to start up, and you can't easily change it. And speaking of starting up, that brings us right to the BIOS. That means Basic Input/Output System. This is the very first program that kicks into gear when you hit that power button. It basically wakes the computer up and does a quick roll call to make sure all the hardware is present and ready for action. Okay, so we've peeked inside the computer's brain. Now let's zoom out and explore the massive world it connects us to, the internet. First off, the one we absolutely cannot live without, Wi-Fi. Its full name is Wireless Fidelity. Yup, this is that invisible magic that lets us connect to the internet from our couches and cafes without getting tangled up in a mess of wires. And then, of course, there's the classic WWW. It stands for World Wide Web. This is the entire universe of online content. We're talking billions of websites and all the information we scroll through every single day. So how do we find anything in that giant universe? Well, we use a URL. That stands for Uniform Resource Locator, and it's basically the unique address for every single page or file on the web. Think of it like a specific street address for a house. And here is a little fun fact that gets a lot of people. The L in URL stands for locator, not location. It's a tiny detail, I know, but hey, now you're in on the secret. You can go and correct your friends now. Next up, VPN, which stands for Virtual Private Network. To put it simply, this is a tool that helps keep everything you do online private and secure. The easiest way to think about it is like you're creating your own secret, encrypted tunnel on the big public internet. All right, let's switch gears a bit. Now we're going to talk about all that digital stuff we deal with. The files we're always creating, saving, and sending to people. First up, the good old PDF, or portable document format. The reason PDFs are so popular is right in the name. They're portable. It doesn't matter what computer or phone you open it on, it's gonna look exactly the same. No weird formatting, no messed up fonts, it just works. And here we have the undisputed champion of photo formats, the JPG or JPEG. This stands for Joint Photographic Experts Group, which was just the name of the committee that created this format. Seriously? Go check your phone. Almost every picture you've ever taken is probably a JPEG. And then there's its cousin, PNG, which stands for Portable Network Graphics. This is another really popular image format, but PNGs have a very cool superpower. They can have transparent backgrounds. This makes them absolutely perfect for things like logos and graphics on websites. All right, we're in the home stretch now. For our last section, let's look at the key terms we use all the time when we talk to each other online. We have to start with the classic, email. Of course, it stands for electronic mail. This is the OG, right? The one that completely changed everything about how we communicate. But what about Gmail? Yep, that's an acronym too. It just means Google Mail. It's kind of wild, right? Even some of the biggest brand names we use every single day are just abbreviations. Okay, let's talk about a sneaky one, BCC, which means Blind Carbon Copy. This is seriously your secret weapon for emails. When you pop someone's address in the BCC field, they get a copy, but nobody else on the email thread can see that they got it. Pretty sneaky, right? We all know what an SMS is, right? A text message. Well, short message service is just the fancy, official term for those quick little texts we're always firing off from our phones. And last but not least, we've got SMTP, or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. Now, this is one of those things you never really see, but trust me, it's always working in the background. It's pretty much the rule book that email servers follow to get your message from your outbox all the way across the internet to the right person's inbox. Phew. Okay, that was a lot. So, time for a super quick recap. We learned the CPU is the computer's brain. The L in URL is for locator, not location. BCC is your secret email weapon. And my personal favorite, Wi-Fi actually stands for wireless fidelity. All right, so after all of that, I gotta ask, out of all the full forms we decoded today, which one was your favorite? Was there one that totally surprised you? Drop your favorite in the comments below. I'd love to see which one blew your mind. Thanks so much for hanging out.